Assalamu alaikum. This is Wasim Khan, and you are watching Khan Business Academy channel. The question we have today is from Paper 1 IGCSE 2025. Outline with reference to BEI the difference between redundancy and dismissal. So these are the two terms which are often confused, and these are from the human resource management or people in business section. And today we will try to write the answer as per the marking schemes and the requirements of the examiner. So let us have a brief introduction with BEI, which is the business name in fact. So we'll move on to the next slide to find out about its background. BEI is a multinational company. It manufactures aeroplanes. Quality assurance is important. BEI has 5,000 employees. BEI's directors have announced plans to reduce the size of its workforce, which is downsizing. The human resource director is considering which employees to make redundant. So basically, we have a question about the difference between the two terms, which is redundancy and dismissal. But, except that we have some basic terminologies discussed in this whole question. Multinational or multinational company. Multinational is a business which has a head office in one country and its operations, its branch, its factory, outlet, shop, or any directly controlled concern in at least one more country of the world. So that business, just like Nestle and Toyota, is a multinational business. Then we have manufacturing. We know that manufacturing businesses are basically in the secondary sector, quality assurance and quality control. These two terms we have already learned in operations management about the quality issues of the products. And then we have 5,000 employees, managing employees as human resource management's jobs. Director is head of a functional department such as finance or marketing director. And then when we reduce the size of the workforce, technically speaking, we just call it downsizing. The HR director, the human resources director, is the head of the functional department, which is HR, the human resources, the department responsible to hire, train, and motivate the employees. And finally, we have this terminology, which is being redundant. So, redundancy is when an employee loses his job just because he or she is not required by the business. Whereas dismissal is when a person has lost his job, but because of his own mistake, just in case he is not obeying the orders of his manager or is not punctual, besides when he was given notices and warning letters to just behave in a better manner for his office arrival timings. And redundancy is when an employee is no more needed by the employers. That can be in case of closure of a factory or job. So how we will write its answer? Redundancy is when employees are not needed by the employers. BEI is downsizing as some jobs may not exist and some workers will not be needed. So this word is exist, right? EXIST. There's a little spelling mistake. You can just rectify it at your own. And then we have simply just defined the dismissal, which is termination of a worker from his job, or to fire a worker from his job. And that's basically he's not performing the job up to the mark or up to the standard of expectation. And BEI wants to focus on the quality assurance issues of the aeroplanes, and some workers who do not pay attention properly to maintain a good quality of aeroplanes are likely to just lose their jobs. So did you see how in both of these responses, when I defined the redundancy and dismissal, somehow we have just connected it back with the text which has been given about BEI, and this is known as uh, application. So I hope you have understood how to answer this question. Thank you very much.